This is Jilliana Ranicar-Breese. I'm in Brighton in my home, and I'm back from Colombia, back from Cartagena. And I have the pleasure of meeting Patricia Yo-Garcia, who in fact was my contact because she lives in Brighton with her husband, but all her family are in Cartagena. Hello.
Jilliana. Hello. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Yeah,
And
good to see
we've
you too.
actually just been on the radio.
Absolutely.
And had a Colombian session on the radio.
It was really nice. I did enjoy.
Thank you. Can I quote you?
Of course.
She's got a wonderful smile. And in fact, Patricia or Patricia used to be a model.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
When I was in my younger years.
In your younger years. Well, you're not so old now. Anyway, what I really wanted to talk to you about was your family background, because when I was in Cartagena, I found out about the word displacement. Can you explain what that means, displacement, please?
Well, displacements mean that you live in a little town. Normally, the guerrillas take over of the little town, and then they put the police force, they just check them out, and then they do whatever they want to do. They take over the places, the houses. You need to feed them. You need to do everything for them. And after that, when they leave again to the mountain, they will take people with them.
They will kidnap them.
They will kidnap them. They will just stay, and then you cannot say no. They have to. They choose how many people they're going to take. And they choose the individuals. They told to them, they say, we're going to take you.
Now, is this in the 80s or is this still going on?
I don't think it's still going on so much like it used to. But yes, it was in the 80s.
In the 80s?
In the 80s, yeah.
Now, the story is it really happened to your mother.
It did.
Okay, so please tell me the story of what you were in fact living in Brighton at the time.
Yes, I was.
So you weren't directly involved, but of course.
Yeah, emotionally I was.
Naturally.
Because I was.
So tell me what happened. What was the name of your mother was originally from Cartagena. Is that right?
No, my mother is original for another city called Santa Marta.
Oh, Santa Marta, yes.
And then she moved to Cartagena because my aunt was living in Cartagena. And then she said, come over here and then, find you a job or whatever. And then that's how I met my father.
Right, who was Chinese.
Who is Chinese, yeah. And then after, they got separated. And then my mother met, she have one husband, he died. And then she remarried again, and this is the one who is present with her.
What is your mother's name?
It's Cecilia.
Cecilia. Unfortunately, I didn't meet Cecilia.
Yeah, but so she was working in the banana plantation in a small rural town. It's called Huacamayal.
How far away was that from Cartagena?
It's really far away. You have to take the bus.
Yes.
And then you take about 5 hours.
5 hours.
Just traveling because you have to change a few buses just to get there.
Yes.
So
5 hours isn't so bad, but obviously it's not direct.
No, you have to change. You have to go from Cartagena to Barranquilla, and then you have to change from Barranquilla to another city.
Yes.
And then from there, the little buses, they call the Chiva, they go to the little remote places.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to do. It's quite a long journey because of the changing and
very
all the
tiring.
stuff. Yeah, it's really tiring and really hot and all those.
So what happened to your mother exactly?
Well, my mother, she was working in the banana plantation, and she was in charge of cutting the fruit and then making preparation for the banana to go away to these countries in here, to all Europe and all the other places that they need to be. And the guerrillas went into Huacamayal, and then they took over. They checked the police force, and they just went into the banana plantation fields, because everyone who actually have a banana plantation is a lot of money in there. Right. So the owners...
And that was the main staple of the village.
Absolutely. So it's a lot of people. Basically, everyone was nearly working in it, because there were a lot of different...
who owned the banana plantation?
It was they have different owners.
Oh.
But they don't live in the place.
No.
hire the people
Yes.
to work in there, and
Yes.
they live in the main cities.
Yes.
So then she was working in there, and my mom likes to cook.
Yes.
She's a good cook.
Yes.
And then they said to her, well, she had the fame, and she said, okay, she have to cook, and then they took her over for the kitchen
Yeah.
to cook for everyone.
Yeah. So she was forced to cook for the guerrillas.
Yes, they say you have to. So
And they liked her cooking.
And her like the cooking, and they say, well, after like about a month, they supposed to try to leave to the mountains again,
And they wanted to kidnap
and
her.
they wanted to kidnap her. They say we're gonna take you with us to the mountains.
By family.
By family, and my younger brother was 9 years old, so it was really devastating for my mother. And
But she was
really-
tipped off though, right?
Yeah, she was tipped off by somebody who liked her very much, and they said to her, "Don't come tomorrow."
And one of the guerrillas,
One
in
of the
fact. That's
gorillas.
most unusual.
Yes, because she said, "Oh, you remind me of my mother, and I cannot see her because obviously they took him before."
And how old was your mother at the time?
My mother, it was really young. She was probably in 40 something, 50 something. I was, because.
And today?
She's 66, I think.
Oh, that's not old.
Yeah, my mom is not old. My mom is young, but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
really young that, that time. And then she said, okay, she told to my father, my stepfather, and they said, well,
We've got to go.
We need to go.
Yeah.
We need to go. And then I told to them as well, leave everything behind. Don't you worry about it. Leave everything behind. Just go. Go. Because if you decided not to go, they will kill your family, because they're basically by force.
So they kill the people left behind,
Yes,
and they would.
if you don't go. So
Yeah,
if you decided not to go, if you say no, I don't want to go, well, they say, well, if you don't go, I will kill your family. So they be
But they
forced.
wouldn't have killed her because they wanted her to do the cooking.
Of course. So then, but they have to, it was quite
Yeah.
really dangerous and frightening.
Yeah. So they caught a bus.
Yeah, they got the bus really early in the morning.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
basically ran away from the night. So basically, they just left everything and they, get out of the town.
Oh,
Because otherwise, they would have. If she would have gone to work, she
yeah.
would have not come back.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
she didn't know. The thing, they don't tell you when they're going to go. They just decide it among themselves. So when people go to work, it's the surprise. Oh, we're going now, so we decided this is the people who we're going to take.
Yeah.
So you have to come with us. But
Terrible.
that gentleman tipped off my mother, and they said to her,
Thank God.
"Don't come tomorrow because they're going to this." And they decide that I know that you are in the list. They want to take you, so don't come tomorrow. Just disappear. You just leave everything behind, disappear. So that's what she did. Otherwise, she would have known. They would have taken.
So they eventually arrived in Cartagena because she had connections in Cartagena.
Yes.
Gosh.
I know. And they left everything behind. And I was living here, obviously, and I said to them, don't worry about money. I will send you money. And I did for many years. So, trying to help them to...
So there was your little brother, and who else?
I got another 2 sisters, and then they were then as well. So they were my 2 sisters and my brother.
So are we talking about Shirley?
Shirley and my sister
And Karen. And how old was Shirley and Karen, who I've already met?
Yeah, they were teenagers. They were in the teenage years, yeah.
Yeah, well, Shirley didn't say a word about any of this.
They were just a teenage years.
Yeah, and of course they would have left all their friends. It's very traumatic.
Everything. They would have to leave everything.
How
So they had to
awful.
leave everything. They couldn't say goodbye. They couldn't say, oh, we're going. So obviously...
Well, no, because if someone had seen them, they would have
absolutely.
suspected
So they had to
a
go.
rat.
They had to go. They had to go, and by one night, they only say goodbye to their own family, obviously, in the middle of the night. They say, well, we're going tomorrow because we're not going to be here.
Right.
So that was it.
Well, thank you very much, Patricia, and I'll be doing some research on that, and maybe we'll continue at a different
Of course.
time.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.